Welcome to BlueBoxPHP tutorial series. This is part 2 in the jewelry project series of videos. And in this video we're going to start by actually placing some content into the web pages that we created in our last tutorial. Okay, so we've loaded our project, and you can see in the database we have two tables, admin, users and jewelry. If we open the jewelry table, we can see we've got three box types. We've got a data box type, a detail box type, and an add and edit box type. Data box type is used for displaying all the data in the database. Detail box is used for using more of a detailed view of the data records, and add and edit is so you can add and edit new records, or in real terms in this project, add new products to the database. Okay, so in the data box, we're going to open that, and we can now see a list of items. We have the ID, code, category, image, description and price items. These are actually real items, columns within the database. We then have detail, add, edit, delete, and two export items, and these are BlueBoxPHP items. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the image item. This opens up the image editor. And we're going to set the column type to type image, and we're going to tell the data box images where the actual path to where it's going to find the images. For the thumbnails, we just open our drop down list, and these are the directories that we created in part 1 of the series, and we're going to select the image jewelry thumbs directory, and then we're then going to select the actual data box node itself. And this opens up the box editor. We can display data as in table format, as in here, in layout format, as we have here. But currently we're looking at the actually getting the products displayed on the page, so we're going to concentrate on layout. And the layout that we actually want to select is the details bottom layout, which is already selected here, but we can just select it by clicking. And what we need to do using this editor, there's two sides. One is a styling set of attributes that we can change for this layout type, and on the left there's a set of fields that we can map items to. And this is just a template preview. Okay, so looking at these fields, we need to map items from our database to it. So the product photo, we're going to map image. This drop-down list will only show image types, and this is the image that corresponds with this database column here. We're going to leave the product image alt and title blank for now, and same for a product description. But for product price, we'll select the price field. And at the moment we don't have we haven't created add to cart buttons. We'll do that shortly. And for the product link, we just select detail. And that's actually going to create a link that displays this detail box here. Okay, and on the CSS side, we've got our photo width. We're going to leave this at 146. Well, actually, I'm going to change it to 150, just round it up. And we can also specify a fixed height. If we don't want to have a fixed height and just have it proportional to the width, so that images are displayed proportionally, we can just delete that and enter the % sign, which we'll leave at that. The other field that we may do is I may change the background color to white, which is FFF for an RGB. Okay, so once we've mapped our layout to the fields that we want, we can just now drop the data box. I'll just close it again. We can drop the data box directly into the page. So we actually want it to go into the content div. If I just rebuild the index page, basically we have divs here that are active areas within the page that we can put content into. So we have a header div here which has at the moment this image behind it. We have a right nav top, which is here, has nothing in it, and a right nav which has the bottom part, which is this here. And we also have a menu strip here which isn't visible, but you'll see later when we actually put menu content into it. And we have our main content area, which is this here. So we're actually going to drop the data box into the main content area. So just selecting data box, holding down the left mouse button, and you can just drag and drop into the content. You can see now if we open the content node that the databox, jewelry databox has been created in it. So if we now rebuild the index page again, we can see we have our products here, not exactly as we want to see them, but at least we can see the contents in the page because this is being displayed in table format. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select within the index page, we'll select the databox jewelry item, right click and select edit box. Uncheck the display as table. This tells the system to display it as layout cards, which is selected before. I'm actually going to change, this is the number of cards per row, I'm actually going to change that to 4. I don't want to display filters, I want display sorting. All these options are explained in more detail in the video tutorial that's actually dedicated to the box editor. Okay, so the other thing we want to do as well is actually only have the index page only showing the necklace items. Well, first of all, we'll see what happens if we don't put the additional where clause in. We'll select OK, and we'll rebuild our index page. Okay, so straight away you can see that we've now got our products displayed in a nice order. We have the necklaces, but we also have the bracelets and we have the earrings all together. Okay, so we're now going to add a filter, a where clause filter to databox jewelry items, so we only display the necklaces. So with the databox jewelry item selected, we right click and select edit box, and we're just going to add an additional where clause here. And the where clause is where category equals single quote necklace, and we select OK with that again, and we now rebuild our index page, and we can now see there's only 2 pages available. And they're all our necklace items. Okay, so we can see at the moment as well that in our card view we're actually displaying 10 items per page. We actually want to only display 8 items per page, so we have 2 rows. So if we go back to the data box here and select it, and we select our pager tab, these are our pager styles. We're going to go with the baby pink design, but there's obviously all other designs that we can use.